Hello and good afternoon, students. So, so server is a little bit down. Huh? You might experience some net problems today. So fine. So let us start with this second part of your hydrocarbon chapter. Okay. So today we shall just start off with your alkenes. We shall just start off with your alkenes. Okay. So as we all know, what are alkenes? Alkenes are compounds containing carbon-carbon double bond. Alkenes are compounds containing carbon-carbon double bond. Okay. So there are a few things which should be noted about your alkenes, namely the hybridization. Okay. So we know in alkenes there is a carbon-carbon double bond. There is a carbon-carbon double bond. Okay. And yes, as discussed before, whenever a carbon atom is bonded by a double bond, yes, you can say what is the hybridization of carbon atom? So the carbon atom is here, yes. What is the hybridization? It is sp2a. The hybridization of carbon atom is sp2. Okay. And out of the two bonds, one, as we all know, is a sigma bond and the other is a pi bond. One is a sigma bond and the other is a pi bond. Okay. Now, see, so simple questions like this might come. For example, if I write down, say, uh, buta 1,3 diene. Okay, so I give you this buta 1,3 diene. So, how many sigma and pi bonds are present? So nomenclature part, I think we have done in details. Okay, we have done in details. So you are supposed to calculate from the structure by drawing the structure the number of sigma and a pi bonds. Okay, in which molecule? In buta 1,3 diene. So first of all, let us start off with the structure part. Okay, so before this, I'll just give you 2 minutes or 1 minute. You try to do this on your own. Yes, any one of you, what is the answer? But means, yes, we have a carbon-carbon atom. Longest chain contains 4 carbon atom. But 1,3 diene, मतलब position 1 में there is a double bond. Di means two double bond. कौन सा position है? 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Fine. So rest we have hydrogen. So we must satisfy the valency 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you tell me what is the number of sigma bond and what is the number of pi bond. Just tell me. You should be able to tell now, eh? The number of sigma and the number of pi bonds.
So 7 pi bonds.
7. So let us see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 sigma bonds. Right? Huh? There are 9 sigma bonds, and out of the double bond, we know one is a pi bond, one is a sigma bond. So how many pi bonds are there? There are 2 pi bonds. There are 2 pi bonds. Right? Okay. So one more question like this. Okay, how many sigma and pi bonds are present in, say, 2-methyl but 1-ene? Chalo. How many sigma and pi bonds are present in 2-methyl but 1-ene? So again, you must draw the structure. What is the word root? Again, out here we see the word root but. So let us draw 4 carbon atoms like this. Fine, 2-methyl. Okay, we have a methyl group at number 2 position. But 1-ene means at one position we have a double bond like this. Now we'll satisfy the valency. 2 hydrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4 already. So we have 2 hydrogen out here. 1 hydrogen out here, 1 hydrogen out here. So we have 3 hydrogen out here. Now you should be able to calculate what is the number of sigma and what is the number of pi bond. Now, yes, give me the answer now. So how many sigma and pi bonds are present in benzene molecule? Right? So we all know the structure of benzene. How does it look like, by the way? Yeah? We all know, na? It's benzene molecule. And remember, we have 6 hydrogen atom out here. We have 6 hydrogen atom out here. Although it is not shown, it is understood we have a hydrogen atom out here. So pi bond, it's easy. I think the answer is, how many pi bonds are there? How many pi bonds are there? 3. 1, 2, 3. Chalo, how many sigma bonds do we see? How many sigma bonds do we see out here?
Sir, 12.
12.
Sir,
Yes,
12, 12.
very good. 12, 12, 12. So 1, 2, carbon carbon single bond तुम्हारा 6 है, CH bond 6 है. So total it's going to be 12. Now it's easy, it's understood. You can solve this type of questions. Yes. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
whenever you see a double bond, it might be a carbon-carbon double bond, or it might be a carbon-oxygen double bond, or it might be a carbon-carbon triple bond, or it might be a carbon-nitrogen triple bonds. So remember, multiple bonding में एक pi bond होगा, एक sigma bond होगा. Triple bond में क्या होगा? One is sigma, the other two will be pi I. Triple bond में, if there are 3 bonds, one is a sigma, the other two is a pi bond. Fine. Okay. So your alkenes, okay, your alkenes, they exhibit, now see, alkenes may, so we'll be discussing one very important point out here, right? Okay, so we'll be discussing one very important topic today. Okay, so alkenes may we have a carbon-carbon double bond. So due to the presence of a carbon-carbon double bond, as a result, what happens? There is a restricted rotation. There is a restricted rotation. Well, there is no rotation, restricted rotation about carbon-carbon double bond. Fine. So there is a restricted rotation around a carbon-carbon double bond. Matlab, due to the presence of double bond, the carbon atoms cannot rotate. Whereas in alkenes क्या हो रहा था? There was free rotation about a carbon-carbon single bond. Remember? So due to free rotation, alkenes they give different conformations. We have done conformations of ethane. If you remember, eclipsed conformation, staggered conformation. How did that conformation arise? Due to free rotation around a carbon-carbon single bond. Right? But here we have a carbon-carbon double bond. And due to carbon-carbon double bond, free rotation is not possible. Right? So there's the rotation is restricted. So the isomerism which arises due to restricted rotation, the isomerism which arises due to restricted rotation about a carbon-carbon double bond is known as a configuration, okay. The isomerism, okay, which arises due to restricted rotation about a carbon-carbon double bond, it gives rise to a configuration known as a geometrical isomerism, or it is also known as a cis trans isomerism. It is also known as a cis trans isomerism. Okay, it is also known as a cis trans. So listen very carefully. So
Sir,
cis trans isomerism is possible in case of your alkenes. Okay, so today let us see what are the conditions for a cis trans isomerism. Hmm. Acha. Yes, yes.
sir, can you explain what is that restricted rotation?
Now, देखो ना, if there is a single bond, okay, you imagine you have two potatoes out here. You insert a stick. You insert a single stick in between the two potatoes. Can you rotate the two potatoes if you insert a single stick? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So free rotation is possible. However, between two potatoes, if you insert two sticks, can you rotate? What happens if you try to rotate?
No, it will stuck, sir.
It will be broken. It will get stuck. So
Yes.
similarly, when two carbon atoms are bonded by a double bond, free rotation is not possible. Okay, it's rigid. Rotation होगा ही नहीं. So due to this rigid structure, it gives rise to a different type of isomerism. Okay, so this type of isomerism are known as a configurational isomerism. And what are the types of configuration isomerism? Number one is your geometrical isomerism. What are the conditions for geometrical isomerism? Let us see. Okay, so this is going to be very important. So the carbon atom bonded, the carbon atom bonded by double bond, the carbon atom which are bonded by double bond, okay, must be, again I'll write down this term, bonded. Okay, the carbon atom which is connected by a double bond must be bonded to dissimilar atoms or groups. Well, if you have a carbon-carbon double bond like this, it should be bonded to two different groups like this, where A represents a different atom and B represents a different atom. So number one condition, okay. So no geometrical isomerism, no geometrical isomerism is possible. No geometrical isomerism is possible. Fine. If a carbon is what type of carbon? If a carbon-carbon double bond is connected or is bonded to similar atoms. So if a double bonded carbon is bonded to similar atoms like this, so it does not exhibit no geometrical isomerism. We don't get any geometrical isomerism then. Okay. So these are the main two conditions. So we must look at the carbon atom which are bonded by a double bond. Fine. Now, if they are bonded to different atoms or groups, then geometrical isomerism might be possible. However, if the double bonded carbon are bonded to identical atoms, then no question of geometrical isomerism. It will not exhibit any geometrical isomerism. Okay. And third, if a similar atoms or groups are on the same side, eh? If the identical atoms or groups are on the same side of double bond, then the isomer is known as a cis isomer. We get the cis isomer. Okay. If similar atoms or groups are on opposite side of double bond, then the isomer is known as a trans isomer. Eh? So I'm explaining everything. What have we written? Eh? What are we talking about? Okay. So let me just explain this fact. Eh? Fine. Right. So now I'll just erase this. Now let me give you the IUPAC name of some compounds and see whether they exhibit geometrical isomerism or not. Okay. So number one, say but 2 in. But 2 in. Okay. So let us see but 2 in. This is a but 2 in. This is a but 2 in. So listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. So we are only concerned with the carbon which is connected by a double bond. We are concerned with these two carbon atoms. Right? Now just look at the double bonded carbon atom. This carbon is bonded to one hydrogen and one methyl group. The carbon, the doubly bonded carbon atom, okay, they are bonded to different atoms. So it is bonded to one hydrogen and one methyl group. Fine. So this condition is satisfied. Let us have a look at the other double bonded carbon atom. Again, it is bonded to one hydrogen and one methyl group. The two atoms or groups are different. Right? So yes, this should exhibit geometrical isomerism. Now, see, I draw a carbon-carbon double bond. Now, the two hydrogen atoms, they can be on the same side of double bond, like this. And the two methyl groups can be on the same side of double bond. See this carbon, this H methyl group. We have another carbon. It is connected to hydrogen and another methyl group. The two hydrogens can be on the same side of double bond. Right? Or there might be a possibility that the identical atoms might be on the opposite side. Then how does it look like? Yeah, hydrogen. Now the identical atoms or groups, they are on the opposite side of double bond. Right? So this condition is satisfied out here. Eh? The double bonded carbon atoms, they are bonded to different atoms or groups like this. Now, if the identical atoms or groups are on the same side of double bond, this isomer is known as here. Which isomer? It is known as here cis isomer. Eh? So say cis but 2 in. This cis but 2 in. If the similar atoms or groups are on the opposite side of double bond, then it's known as a trans isomer. So this trans but 2 in. So one is a cis but 2 in and the other is a trans but 2 in. Fine. So is it so what are these? So these and cis and trans, they are said to be geometrical isomers. They are geometrical isomers. So tell me if it is clear or not, because this concept will be carried forward now. Eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay. So it's if it is clear, well and good. If it is not clear, tell me. I'll explain you again. Okay. Okay. Now tell me, guys. if geometrical isomerism is possible in this particular compound. So what are these isomers? But2ene and but1ene, they have the same molecular formula. What type of isomers are there? What type of isomerism does it exhibit? But1ene and but2ene, they have the same molecular formula. What do they differ in, these two molecules? What type of isomerism do they exhibit? We have discussed this in the previous class, Sanjay. Yes, what do they differ in?
C2H.
Hmm? ना molecular formula same है, C4H10 है दोनों का ही, sorry C4H है, इसका भी molecular formula C4H है, इसका भी molecular formula, so they are isomers. What do they differ in, but1 and but2? Tell me, we have discussed this in the previous class.
Structure.
What मतलब structure मतलब क्या है? Structure तो obviously they are differing. Structure
Position.
में position, किसका position? Very good, yes, किसका position? किसका position?
CH.
किसका? CH मतलब CH क्या है?
Double
Remove
bond
this side.
position.
Double bond position. Exactly. That's what I wanted to hear. Here the double bond starts at number 2 carbon. Here the double bond starts at number 1 carbon. But1ene. Double bond is starting at number 1. But2ene means double bond is starting from number 2. So they differ in the position of double bond. So these but1 and but2ene, they are position isomers. They are position isomers. So out of this but2ene, yes, it exhibits geometrical isomerism, cis and trans isomerism. Fine. Now, this particular compound, right? Now, let us have a look at the carbon atom which is connected by a double bond. And now this carbon, yes, it is bonded to one hydrogen atom. CH means there is a bond between carbon and hydrogen. And this carbon is also bonded to one ethyl group. So yes, the condition is satisfied again. But the other double bonded carbon atom, both it is connected to two identical hydrogen atoms. So the condition to exhibit geometrical isomerism is not satisfied out here. Why? Because in order to exhibit geometrical isomerism, okay, in order to exhibit geometrical isomerism, the double bonded carbon atom, to exhibit geometrical isomerism, the double bonded carbon atoms must be connected to different atoms or groups. So it must be connected to different atoms or groups. Okay, but here we see it's connected to two similar hydrogen atoms. So does this exhibit geometrical isomerism? No. So no geometrical isomerism. No geometrical isomerism. Why? Because this particular carbon atom, A carbon atom, it is bonded to two identical hydrogen atoms. Okay, whereas the condition is the double bonded carbon should be bonded to different atoms or groups always to exhibit geometrical isomerism. So the two out of the two isomers, but2ene, yes, it exhibits geometrical isomerism, whereas but1ene does not exhibit geometrical isomerism. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Now, what about this particular compound? 2,3 dichlorobutene. Okay, so let us draw the structure again. What is but? 2ene means double bond starts as number 2 carbon. 2,3 में there is dichloro means there are two chlorine atoms out here. Okay, now rest we put a hydrogen atom to satisfy the valence. Fine. So again, let us have a look at the double bonded carbon atom. So this is the structure of 2,3 dichlorobutene. Okay. So the double bonded carbon atoms are bonded to different atoms or groups. This is bonded to chlorine, methyl. This is also bonded to chlorine and methyl. So the condition is satisfied. Eh? We see the condition is satisfied. Okay. So there are two possibilities. First, we draw like this: carbon-carbon double bond. The two methyl groups can be on the same side. If the two methyl groups are on the same side, the two chlorine must also be on the same side. Another possibility is the two methyl groups, okay, they can be on the opposite side like this. And if they are on the opposite side, then the two chlorine must also be on the opposite side. Fine. So if they are on the same side, the isomer is known as a cis isomer. This is known as a trans isomer. Okay, so one is known as a cis, the other one is a trans. So it's quite simple. It's quite easy to determine whether a molecule, whether an alkene exhibits cis-trans isomerism or not. Just the condition is cis के लिए क्या होगा? The identical groups must be on the same side. Trans के लिए the identical atoms or groups must be on the opposite side. And in order to exhibit geometrical isomerism, yes, the atoms which are bonded to carbon, what kind of carbon? The atoms which are bonded to double bonded carbon, they should be dissimilar in nature. Eh? If the atoms bonded to double bonded carbon atoms are of the same nature, then yes, they are said to be, they do not exhibit geometrical isomerism. Okay. So is it understood geometrical isomerism? What is geometrical isomerism? Now we can easily predict which one is a cis isomer, which one is a trans isomer, and so on. Eh? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Achha. So let us now discuss some of the properties. Eh? Okay, now see, suppose I take this isomer. Yes, okay. So remember, the trans isomer is more stable as compared to cis isomer. The trans isomer is more stable as compared to a cis isomer. Why? In cis isomer, the groups are quite close to each other like this. So the large groups are quite near to each other. So what will happen between them? There will be a repulsion between them. There will be a repulsion between them. So repulsion leads to instability. Whereas in trans isomer, यहाँ पर देखो, the groups are far away from each other. The bulky groups are far away from each other. So there will be less repulsion. So that means trans isomers are more stable. Okay. So second point, yeah, trans isomer have lower I don't know whether you remember this term or not. We have done it. Dipole moment than cis isomer. Remember dipole moment? Key forgot.
Yes, sir. Yes.
For you remember, right? For example, so I think we have done it in details before as well. Dipole moment ka. So I'm drawing two isomers again, cis and trans. Now we know dipole moment is a vector quantity. It has both magnitude and direction. So the dipole moment due to this CCl bond will be towards chlorine. Here it will be towards chlorine. So क्या होगा? The two dipoles are of equal magnitude but opposite in direction. They will cancel out each other. Net dipole moment यहाँ पर zero होगा. ये तो था ना dipole moment is a vector quantity. Depends upon magnitude. It has magnitude as well as direction. So यहाँ पर the two dipoles are of equal magnitude because both are due to CCl bond but opposite in direction. So being a vector quantity, they cancel out each other. So trans का दिख रहा है यहाँ पर zero है. But in case of cis isomer, the two dipoles are in the same direction like this, right? The two dipoles are in the same direction. Now, if they are in the same direction, what will happen? The vectors will add up to give you a resultant dipole moment. And the vectors are going to add up to give you a resultant dipole moment. So the trans cis isomer have a greater dipole moment than your trans isomer always. Okay.
Yes.
So nothing much to discuss now. The cis isomer have lower boiling point than trans isomer. Just remember this simple fact. Okay, so these 2 points are more important. Okay, so this is all about your geometrical isomerism, which is exhibited by